Now, let's talk about being willing to take risks. We know that the creative process is iterative. Try, fail, learn, try again. In their book, Wired to Create, Unraveling the Mysteries of the Creative Mind by Carolyn Gregoire and Scott Barry Kaufman, they talk about creative people failing up. Resilience is practically a prerequisite for creative success, says Kaufman. Doing creative work is often described as a process of failing repeatedly until you find something that sticks. And creatives, at least the successful ones, learn not to take failure so personally. Creatives fail, and the really good ones fail often. Forbes contributor Stephen Cutler wrote in a piece on Einstein's creative genius, "I'm not advocating being reckless. I'm talking about creative tests and trials and little failures that lead to innovation. You need to be willing to consider and test ideas outside of the boundaries of conventional wisdom. You will be wrong sometimes. It's okay. Taking risks can be scary, but I am so inspired by some of my inspirational archetypes who bucked convention and moved creativity forward forever by taking that risk. Why should you actively pursue something that could be a bust? Because with great risk comes great reward. Sometimes satisfying that craving to see if your idea can work is your pathway to deep meaning in life and living your purpose. So how do you harness the courage to dive in instead of shutting the door? Ask yourself this question. If you knew you couldn't fail, what would you do? Focusing on your passion for the project might allow you to find an innovative path forward without letting your fear immobilize you. Also, consider the risk of doing nothing. I think inaction is the biggest risk of all. When I talk with people at the end of life, their biggest regrets are the things they didn't do. Do you really want to be on your deathbed saying, "Yeah, I really didn't have the courage to go for my big idea"? Yes, risks can be scary. You might tell yourself that playing it safe is the sensible way to proceed because, hey, at least you didn't fail. But I say that complacency is a trap. Ask yourself, if I don't take the risk and try, how will it hurt me? Picture yourself on your 90th birthday looking back over your life. Would you like to look back and see that you took some risks, even if you failed? If you risk little, you accomplish little. You can't birth something new and be certain of the results. Living with the risk goes with the territory of being a creative person. One of my inspirational archetypes is the late Sir Ken Robinson, and he made this very point in the most watched TED Talk of all time. If you're not prepared to be wrong, you'll never come up with anything original. I hope this has inspired you to not allow fear and uncertainty to keep you from moving forward with your creative ideas.